the 80s, the threat of World War III was a real thing. The Russians were the global bad guys. Well, until Rocky IV changed that with an incredible Christmas Day boxing match in 1985. Just the year before, Red Dawn showed us what World War III might look like and what might happen if a band of school kids, led by a sexy, aloof, older brother quarterback, took the fight to those despicable Ruskies. I can't remember a time when Red Dawn wasn't part of my movie watching life. For me, this was a constant rewatch, and being around the same age as the Wolverines, this had the perfect mix of rebellion and action. Red Dawn is pure popcorn cinema, but could it be better than it should be? Tonight we find out. Joining me in the rebellion is the G-Man. Welcome.
Oh, good afternoon, Wolverines. Glad to be back.
Oh, mate.
Oh, are we Wolverines or are we F-wits today? Because you guys got the F-wit shirts on.
Well, we're always F-wits. Yeah. I'd say we're the Wolverines and the people listening to this are the F-wits, which is generally the way it is.
Yeah, no, good movie. Enjoyed it. Hope the Russians had some nukes because their soldiers weren't great.
They were terrible. They picked a very interesting place to attack America from, wasn't it? Now, look, we've got a special guest joining us today. Now, he could be related to Gow. We're not sure. He might have been just a stain on a bedsheet in Canada. Chris, welcome.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's
Mate,
great to be here.
Long-time listener, first-time joiner.
Yeah, definitely. Listened to a lot of the pods. Was pretty active on socials there for a bit, and then my kid learned to walk and talk and stuff. So I've fallen behind a little bit, but I'm super excited to talk about Red Dawn. Big movie for me.
Yeah, we noticed that when you said you wanted to do No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, we noticed how up to date you were.
Yeah, I'm a little behind.
Mate, so why don't you just let us in on how you fit in the mix here?
Well, I know Gow.
Yes.
His partner, Chrissy, is my partner's cousin.
Right.
So they've been very close. That's sort of a
so Chris moved out. He's living in Hobart now.
Yeah, so he's an Aussie. He's an Aussie.
Yeah. I'm working my way towards permanent resident. They can't kick me out now.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, so I've got a boot hold.
He's from the great old Van town itself.
Yeah. Grew up in Vancouver.
Whereabouts in Vancouver?
Well, I grew up in a very nice part, sort of like the northern beaches, not unlike Narrabeen and Colleroy.
Okay.
It was West Vancouver, very, very nice.
There's a big difference
between
those two suburbs.
There's a huge difference between Narrabeen and Colleroy, mate.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Colleroy is amazing. Narrabeen is a fucking toilet.
Narrabeen was my first toehold in Australia.
And you stayed.
I thought it was pretty awesome to be.
Yeah, look, I got it. Look, the Narrabeen that you've seen is not bad.
Yeah.
The Narrabeen that we knew, terrible. And most of the people that came from Narrabeen, terrible.
Shout out to all those boys.
Yeah. We do love them though.
Yeah, right on.
Well, we are of course Born to Watch, the movie podcast where we don't take ourselves or the movies too seriously, unless of course it's the Snorbs Report, and unfortunately our Snorbs reporter isn't with us today, so we don't tread on his toes.
I assume he's on assignment.
He is on assignment, and look, he probably would have been able to dig something up for this one.
To be fair, we've had Leah Thompson and Jennifer Grey in previous movies, so I'm not sure if he's reported on them already.
I don't think the Snorbs Report was around when either of those were on. Definitely not Back to the Future. Definitely not Dirty Dancing.
I think with the subtext that is present in this film, I think a Snorbs Report might actually be inappropriate.
Yeah, there's a bit of interesting subtext there.
Yeah.
It's a bit creepy in some instances. And
honestly, on this rewatch as an adult, I didn't, it comes up in Good, Bad, and the Ugly, but I didn't realize how dark parts of the movie are.
Yeah. And this is what I'm saying. Like, it could be a better movie than what it should be.
They did change it. You know, there was a few changes in there because Powers Boothe and Leah Thompson, there was supposed to be a romantic.
Fuck, man, they're 20 years apart.
Yeah, so they tested it, and the audience didn't like it, so they cut it. So that's why there's a little bit of like, they're becoming friendly, and then it's sort of because I haven't watched this movie, just kicking ahead, for a long. I think I haven't watched it since 1985, probably.
Well, we're getting ahead of the run
Yes.
sheet here, G-Man.
No, but what I mean is,
No,
but then
no,
I
I
was
understand.
reading back and I was like, oh, it seems really odd now because as a kid you don't really
Exactly.
notice it. But then I was like, oh, that's a bit of a creepy thing, and then you understand why because they cut it out.
But they all it's sort of unsaid. But then there's that scene where he's got the flowers and the other bloke goes to him, oh, you've got an admirer. And he's like, oh, yeah, I do. And he's actually excited. And I'm like, fuck off, mate. Stop. But yeah, you're right. When we're 12, 13, 14 watching this,
Yeah,
you don't really
get
pick up on that.
Yeah.
As a father of a daughter, fuck off, Powers.
Yeah.
Back in your corner. Okay, overs and unders, as we've mentioned, 1984, 41 years old. I think I've split it down the middle. I'm going to say 21 overs and unders. We're going to start with the guest. Chris, do you remember first seeing Red Dawn and overs and unders 21?
Definitely overs for me. Way, way, way overs. Unique period of my life. I was living in Saudi Arabia as a kid. And we lived on a compound. It was a bunch of Canadian families. And the only TV access that we had was sort of controlled. It was sort of like a closed circuit system amongst all the villas. So we would get like VHS tapes sent over from Canada. They would plug it into a single VHS machine, and then that would broadcast to all the homes. So like we would get like Stanley Cup hockey recordings from Canada sent over a couple weeks later. We would get movies sent over. So we had a pretty limited supply of movies. So movies like Red Dawn, Iron Eagle, classic. The Disney animated Robin Hood were movies that were put on like every Saturday afternoon. So it was like every second Saturday for 2 years we watched this. So my elder brother and I, when I told him that I was coming on this pod to talk, he's like, oh my God. And he like rattled off a bunch of stuff. So we've seen it at least 50 times, if not more.
Wow. G-Man, what about you? You said you don't think you've seen it since 85.
I don't remember the first time seeing it. And it's again one of those movies I haven't seen for so long that I didn't remember parts of it. So which was actually good because it's like almost a new rewatch. I remember snippets of it, but not the whole thing. But yeah, I reckon I'm under 5.
Wow.
I'd be two,
Damo numbers.
2 or 3, yeah.
Jesus.
Because it's been that long. And it's always one of those movies that I thought I'd watched a lot, but I realized I haven't. Maybe I got it caught up with Red Sonja or something else. But you know, like I just haven't seen it. But it was really good. Good rewatch.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, I've got to say. Like we've gone through the last few movies we've watched, there's been some peaks and troughs. And, you know, I think this one was a surprising rewatch. For me, I'm well in excess of 21. I'm probably well in excess of 50, to be honest. This was a movie, I reckon, from about the ages of 12 to 16, I would have watched this every week.
I believe it.
It was just one of those ones where I was
that tone.
I was obsessed by it. I just loved it. But I haven't watched it for 20 years.
Yeah. It's definitely one of those movies that was in your wheelhouse, definitely in my wheelhouse.
Mate, I love this. I got to say, one part of my life, this would have been my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Like this would have been the movie that I would have watched the most. And this is from the guy that used to watch Star Wars and Jaws every week, almost twice, 3 times a week, because I had no mates and still sort of don't. But this movie was one of those ones that just popped in, a bit like Bachelor Party, a bit like there was probably 3 or 4 of those other movies that just sort of slid in there that I'd watch quite regularly. But Red Dawn.
What part of this movie made you cry?
Mate, look, this rewatch, nothing. I didn't. If there was going to be a part, it definitely would have been the last scene with Jed and Matt.
Yeah,
in
the park.
I got you, Matty. We're going to meet Dad soon. We're going to see Dad soon. It was Swayze's. It was his Oscar scene.
Oh, some acting happens in this movie.
Mate, I've got to say,
acting.
Mate, I've actually got to say, and I've already said it twice. This movie is way better than it should be.
Yeah,
and the performances in it are way better than it deserves. Like Charlie Sheen, this is his first movie.
Yeah,
he looks like he's been doing it for 20 years. He is so natural in front of the camera.
Yeah, no, and they're all good, but it's also you can notice that they're all young because they're not quite as good as they become.
Yeah,
they're still good, but it's
But C. Thomas Howe, like he's done Outsiders, he's done E.T.
Yeah,
like he's a seasoned veteran. You know, he's probably the seasoned veteran of the cast.
Well, he was because he was the kid star, and it's actually funny because I've been flying around all week. I watched this on Thursday night, and then I got plane flight yesterday, and I watched The Outsiders
Mm.
because there's 4 of them in it, and I was like, I haven't seen that since
Daryl. What a scumbag.
Yeah,
The Soch. Daryl the Soch.
Daryl. Yeah, and he's in that. Yeah,
He's in it.
He's foreshadowing.
Yeah,
He's
he's a fucking dick. That's what Daryl is. D-bag Daryl. Okay, G-Man, why don't you tell us a little bit about Red Dawn?
Oh, I've got some taglines. Some good,
I'm sure you do.
some not so good. I'll start with the one I don't think is great. In America, heroes aren't raised; they're orphaned.
Oh my god!
That is terrible.
Good motivation though.
Yeah. In our time, no foreign army has ever occupied American soil until now.
Until now.
Well, didn't the British Foreign Army occupy American soil?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just making it up.
The invading armies planned for everything except for 8 kids called the Wolverines.
Wolverines!
Mate. I don't mind that one.
That'll do. All right. The DVD synopsis. Red Dawn opens with one of the most shocking scenes ever filmed. On a peaceful morning, paratroopers land in small town USA. The invasion of America has begun. As their home is overrun by foreign forces, 8 friends escape to the mountains. Calling themselves the Wolverines, this band of untrained yet fiercely determined patriots wage an unrelenting guerrilla action in defense of their parents, their friends, and their country.
I've got to say, the first scene's shocking. The opening of the movie is you do not expect that to happen.
No, you don't expect the teacher to get gunned down.
You don't expect that.
Like, oh,
no,
geez,
but not just the teacher get gunned down. Shooting into the classroom.
Kids, yeah.
The classroom.
It's fucking full on.
Yeah.
And it was, back in the day, it would have been a shock to even now watching it again. I was like, I remember because obviously I hadn't seen it for 20 years. And I go, this teacher gets gunned down. I knew that, but I'd forgotten that they then spray the classroom.
And then they show many scenes of kids running through hallways and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like it was, I think, quite arresting.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Well done, G-Man. Critical thinking. IMDb rates this movie, Red Dawn, 6.3 out of 10.
I think, almost think that's a bit harsh.
I think it's harsh. I think it's harsh. Look, it's rotten. 48% on the tomato meter, 65% on the popcorn meter. So the public and IMDb are pretty similar ratings. But look, I think 48 is low.
Yes.
Bit low.
The critics, though.
Look,
the critics.
I guess if you look at this in a historical perspective or from today's climate, but back then, this was a big action movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
One of the most violent movies, I think at the time, it made the Guinness Book of World Records for the most acts of violence in any film.
Yes.
Up to then.
Absolutely. And there's quite a few.
135 acts of violence occur per hour.
I mean, there's like a section of the movie where it's just basically ambush montages.
Yeah.
Yes. It's all the same ambush.
Well, yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
let's and they're all in the same positions.
And it's always the girls on the big guns.
On the big guns. Yeah, because they handle them well, don't they?
And I tell you what, they were experts at building perfect underground trap holes.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh,
For
that's
that first one?
with flip doors and everything.
Yeah.
These kids were resourceful.
Where did they get the claymores? They always had claymores. In
Well,
exactly
I've got
the right
that's a
spot.
question in question time,
All right.
which will be
We're going
be
ahead
posed. Okay, so I've got a few reviews because there's more bad reviews than there are good. G-Man, where do you want to start? You want the one good or the 2 bad?
Let's go with the 2 bad first. Let's get
Okay.
the bad out of the way.
Got a bad review from Rob Vo from mania.com. Red Dawn knows what it wants to say. It just has a hard time saying it. And too often it goes for the easy score instead of really delving into the possibilities of the scenario.
I think that's a bit obtuse.
I think it's a ridiculous review.
Yeah, it's bad. I get that in retrospect, this movie, because they were looking to go one way about the futility of war and things like that, and then the message may have got a bit muddled, but it's still a good action movie.
Mate, it's not all quiet on the Western Front,
No.
and it doesn't pretend to be.
I know, it's a bunch of young kids,
Yeah.
like young actors. And it's
Like, let's be honest. This is never going to happen.
yeah,
8 high school kids are not taking on the whole Russian/Cuban
and
army.
Nicaraguan.
Yeah, and it's not going to happen. So to say that it doesn't hit the beats or it's not serious enough, fuck off.
yeah.
It's crazy. All right, another bad one. Jason Bailey from Flavor Wire.
These are all websites I've never heard of.
Exactly.
Who
Exactly.
the fuck are these?
Exactly.
people?
Pretty soon on Rotten Tomatoes, you're going to see, from Born to Watch. You watch.
I was about to say, I think Whitey makes some of these up.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh, Jason Bailey. Yeah. That's
I've got a name generator in the computer. When it was released in late summer of 1984, it was a big hit, which shouldn't come as a surprise. This was a year when Reagan won the presidency in a landslide, and if nothing else, Red Dawn plays like a Reaganite masturbatory fantasy.
Masturbatory fantasy.
Now, any review that has masturbatory in it is going to be read here on Born to Watch. So, but again, does it seem patriotic? Yes. Does it seem to propagandize? Yes. But again, it's 8 school kids in the height of the Cold War, and this is 84. There's still a real threat of nuclear war in the world.
Yeah,
right?
This is right at the top of the Cold War.
This is it. This is before Sylvester Stallone saves the world. But I don't think it's... This is where I think sometimes critics miss the point. And sometimes they've got to separate what actual is cinema
Well, that's
and what is a movie.
What is never going to be.
Yes.
What is
cinema.
art?
Yes.
And what is entertainment?
Yeah. Well, this is not No Country for Old Men
No.
sort of cinema. This is your popcorn.
No.
Let's have some
Precisely.
fun. Let's suspend disbelief.
And it's a movie in the times, in the climate of the times.
For sure.
Because there's Cold War, all of that. There's a lot of US America tension.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. Got a good review.
Thank God.
Yes. Austin Trunick, Under the Radar.
Again, never heard of it.
Here we go.
We
Red
dance
Dawn-
underneath the radar.
That's not it. Red Dawn may be far from the most plausible action movies of the 80s, but it's easily among the most memorable.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah,
Aussie T.
I like that one.
I think that's better.
Yeah, that's accurate.
I think that you've got to sometimes understand movies are supposed to be enjoyable.
Yeah,
They're
just a
supposed
fun
to have a
flick.
bit of fun.
It's not an Oscar-winning performance.
I don't know. We're about to find out, aren't we?
I mean,
Sure.
the filmmakers weren't making a documentary; they were making a piece of speculative fiction.
Yeah, they're just making a piece of fiction, probably cashing in on the times because they know that America, they're going to love that.
Patrick Swayze with guns.
The funny thing is that obviously John Milius, who directed and wrote this, one of the great auteurs of the 70s and 80s, like he's, and I've got a bit about him in Ordinary People, but he is far too good a director for a movie of this standing, which is, I think, what rescues it. He keeps bringing it back out of it, sort of just draws it, just holds that line between it going completely absurdist into somewhat plausibility. Somewhat. Clever.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. G-Man. Ordinary People.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of these casts before, and they were all young in this. So I won't go too much to the back catalogue, but just to say that if we're going to go with lookalikes here, I'm going to go Patrick Swayze, who is classically trained dancer in New York City dancing. He worked for the Harkness Ballet.
Damo.
He's Damo. I mean, he first danced professionally on Prince Charming, the Disney Parade, and Damo first danced professionally on the Orient of the Seas. So, there's a lot of similarities there, I believe.
I honestly think that Swayze is slightly better looking than Damo. Damo's red hair sets him back a few cogs. He's an attractive man, don't get me wrong, for a 62-year-old. But
he'd have you believe it's strawberry blonde.
He would have you believe that.
And back then, he's a young bloke. He had some wheels. He's quick.
Oh, mate, he got it right. He was good. He's a good fella.
Score a try.
He's definitely one of the best personalities I've met.
But look, as we were saying off here before, look, this is obviously early doors for a lot of these people. He was in The Outsiders with a number of this cast as well.
Thank God they didn't bring Ralph Macchio.
Yeah,
No.
I think they picked the right guys for this one. Look, Swayze, and we've had him a couple times on Born to Watch with Dirty Dancing and Ghost.
Roadhouse?
Ghost.
Yeah. Had Ghost.
and Roadhouse. So we've had
Roadhouse.
those three, and obviously Point Break is coming. But the guy is he's an out-and-out superstar. Jeez,
Mate,
he did some shit movies towards
he's
the
a
end.
triple threat.
Oozes
He's a
charisma.
singer.
My
He's
God.
a dancer, and she's like the wind. Yeah, he's
Mate,
the man.
don't make me sing it again.
Oh, we could do a duet.
Mate, it's one of the great songs. One of the great singing
Your
songs.
body close to me. Take a look at my way. She's out of my league.
Wow. He's fitting right in.
He's loving
He's
it.
fitting right in.
Look,
It's a single fins.
a slightly tenuous 1 degree of Kurt. He was originally cast to be in Kurt Russell's role in Tango
and Cash, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Pulled out to make Roadhouse.
I think that's a good move.
Mm.
I think both movies are better for that.
I don't think he would have been big enough to star opposite Stallone.
Yeah. I don't think he's got the comedy charisma that Kurt Russell has. And I also don't think Kurt Russell is exceptional at taking the piss out of himself. I don't think Swayze can do that. Swayze went method in this movie.
Yeah, he went method. Yeah.
Right?
He became Jed.
Swayze went method in this movie, which is part of the reason that him and Jennifer Grey fell out.
Yeah.
And the reason that they had troubles on Dirty Dancing was because of this movie.
Interesting.
Now, yeah, if you're methoding in Red Dawn.
Yeah, but he was young. But like this is sort of the, he's Outsiders. He's into this.
Youngblood.
Then Youngblood in 86, Dirty Dancing 87, Roadhouse. That's when, and then Ghost in 91.
He's
1990, so Point Break 91. So this is the start.
Yeah.
Like in 3 years' time, he's becoming a absolute, the actor of his times.
No, but you can see in this movie, and you could see in The Outsiders, like he is the he's the alpha.
Yeah,
if he's on set, he's the alpha. You can just tell he's just born for that.
He sets the tone for every scene that he's in.
100%.
But it's a good segue to C. Thomas Howell, because C. Thomas Howell was, as you said earlier, the actor of this. He was already a bit of a star. He'd been in E.T., which we've covered before.
Yep.
He had a role in that, and he was only 7 years old. Then into The Outsiders. He's rewatching The Outsiders. He's really good in that. I mean, he's a central, the central figure in that movie. Pretty much him and Ralph.
Yeah,
Ralph Malph.
Yeah, absolutely. Pony Boy.
Yeah. So, and he's a really good actor in that. I mean, so Swayze's in that as well.
Mate, they're all great.
Sheen.
They're all great.
They're all great.
Rob Lowe. They're all great.
But he does a really good
Estevez.
job. He was in Soul Man after that. That kind of limited bit. He copped a bit of.
Wow. That's been. You can't watch that now. I reckon you would never be able to find Soul Man.
Yeah, it wasn't well received, and I think that may have got him.
He's in The Hitcher in '86.
The Hitcher, one of the great movies
with Rutger Hauer.
Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer.
Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Have you guys done Lady Hawk?
No.
Oh, so good.
We've done Lady Fluff.
Yeah, I was going to say the sequel to Lady Fluff.
The sequel to Lady Fluff. Yeah, commonly known as the Queef.
He was married to he is married to a favourite of Born to Watch.
Ooh.
Ray Dawn Chong.
Really? From Commando?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ray Dawn Chong.
Yeah, loves the Chong.
Yeah, so's Morgs. Morgs loves the Chongs.
Loves it.
Ban. Ray Ban Chong.
It's actually funny because C. Thomas Howell was nearly cast as Marty McFly in Back to the Future, and then it went to Eric Stoltz, and then they obviously fired Eric Stoltz, and it went back to. I believe that obviously that Michael J. Fox was the first choice. He couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it because of family
because
ties.
of filming. But anyway, he was looking at. He also turned down the role of one young Daniel LaRusso.
Oh.
In the Karate Kid.
All those guys must have just been auditioning
they're all
against
around
each
together.
other.
So they're all in movies together. At this time, when you look at it, they're all acting in the same roles, and auditioning against each other.
I think we've been together for 1,000,000 years.
And I bet we'll be together
for 1,000,000 more. And it's like I started breathing on the night we kissed. And I can't remember what I ever did before. What do we do, baby, without us? What do we do, baby, without us?
The shimmying you were doing.
And there ain't no nothing we can't love each other through.
This is wildly uncomfortable.
Sit, you sit.
Good dog.
Good dog.
All right, let's keep moving. Leah Thompson, we've talked about her before. Her first role was in Jaws 3.
Oh, yeah.
She was the water ski bunny, Kellyanne Bukowski.
She looks good in that movie.
She looks good in every movie.
Yeah, she's
yeah. I know
you
got
know
a bit
what,
of a thing
though?
for her.
I actually-
Chris has got a bit of a thing for Leah.
Yeah, he
Thompson.
does. I got a bit uncomfortable in the text chain.
Yeah,
with
he
how
is.
deep he was going on that. But
Howard the Duck, casual sex?
Yeah.
Question mark.
I was concerned that you knew all these movies that I'm fairly certain you've used over time.
They were some Snorbs report material. Absolutely.
But obviously best known as Lorraine Baines in Back to the Future. A lot of movies
So
into
horny.
the 80s and 90s, but
So
then out of movies. Obviously Charlie Sheen, and this is what we've covered him a lot.
Boy, does he look like an Estevez in this.
Oh,
Yes.
he does.
He looks
Yeah.
just like his brother.
He does.
And the sound of his voice too, and also like his dad, you can always pick up a bit of that too.
Well, Emilio was supposed to be in this.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it dropped out. They cast Emilio.
yeah, they did.
Yep.
And he dropped out.
Yeah.
Jennifer Grey, obviously very well known for
The
Dirty
Nose.
Dancing, and her and Charlie Sheen, as we said, were in Ferris Bueller's Day Off together.
Yep.
A lot of TV shows. That one, Dancing with the Stars in 2005. Now, some others we'll talk about. Darren Dalton,
D-Bag Daryl.
who played Daryl. He was obviously in the Outsiders as well.
Yep.
In the Land That Time Forgot in 2009. Harry Dean Morgan.
Yeah, Harry Dean Morgan.
Morgs.
Yeah.
Avenge
Avenge
me!
me.
Avenge me!
Like do you think that's going to draw much attention?
Yeah. Like, hey, everyone be quiet
Yeah.
except me. Avenge me!
Avenge me!
I love that he played that like he was basically still on the Alien set. Like,
Yes. Right.
Of course, we talked about Powers Boothe.
Oh, mate. Extreme Prejudice.
Yeah. Southern Comfort.
Southern Comfort. Mate, have you seen Southern Comfort?
Sudden Death.
I don't think I've seen something.
Southern Comfort. Is
Yeah, that's
one of
on
the
my
great
watch
mo-
list,
It's
yeah.
mate. It's one of the great movies. It's a bit like Deliverance. So
Oh,
there's
okay.
a Army
Jesus.
Reserve unit goes into the swamps, the Alabama swamps. I don't know if it's Alabama, into the swamplands, and similar thing. They pretend to shoot these inbreds, and then the inbreds attack them, fight back. It's fucking amazing.
Wow,
And it's
okay.
got such a great cast in it. It's Walter Hill directed it.
Yeah.
It is
Southern Comfort.
so good.
Yeah, that's on my next plane flight. That and Extreme Prejudice. I
Oh,
haven't seen
mate,
that in
I
years.
watched that about 3 months ago.
I watched Lone Wolf McQuade the other night.
Mate, so did Sloan. Sloan messaged me and said, "You put Lone Wolf McQuade on Plex." He goes, "I'm watching it right now." I was
Yeah,
like, "How
it was
good?"
on, and I was like, "I'm watching Lone Wolf." Came up on my screen. I was like, watching it.
Yeah.
Look, Powers Boothe was also in a movie called Tombstone,
That's right.
which is 1 Degree of Kurt.
Ah, well done.
There's our 1 Degree of Kurt Russell.
He's so iconically American.
Yeah.
to me.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
so perfectly cast as like he appears in the middle of the movie as like, hey, we're gonna he's like Mr. Exposition, and he
Yes.
just sort of embodies America shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
it's just, America. Fuck yeah.
yeah, I'm an Eagle driver.
Yeah. But we do need him to come in because we actually don't know what's
That's
happening
right.
outside of the Wolverines.
Yeah.
So he lets us know that pretty much America's fucked.
1
And he-
billion Chinese people. And now there's only 600 million.
Oh God, I thought there were a billion. Yeah.
And then he pours the thing on the fire. Like,
Oh,
just quickly, also too, we had William Smith. Now he played
Well.
Streklikov,
well, yep.
and he was in Any Which Way You Can. He was Jack
Right.
Wilson. Remember the guy that he
yes,
fights?
yes.
That Philo Beto fights,
Yes.
the big tough guy.
Yes.
Yeah. Says when I saw him, I go, "That's Jack Wilson."
God,
His Russian was pretty good.
Yeah. He was good.
He fired me up. That speech.
Yeah.
You have to become the hunter.
you become the fox. Become
Mm.
the fox.
And of course, also as the mayor, we had Lane Smith.
Yeah.
A very well-known character actor. He's in
Yep.
My Cousin Vinny as Jimmy Trotter III. He's a coach in Mighty Ducks. He's in The Distinguished Gentleman. Played Dick
Son-in-law?
Dodge.
Son-in-law.
Son-in-law. He's in Son-in-law. Yeah, very well known. One of those guys you go, oh, he's been in heaps of stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. Shit name.
Lane Smith,
Total
yeah.
D-bag.
Yeah, anyway, that'll do for the
Okay,
cast.
let me just talk about John Milius. I've just got
Yeah.
a little bit of a note here because we rarely dive into the directors, but I think it's worth it here. So, yeah, directed Big Wednesday.
Mate, I was going to say, if you didn't bring it up,
Yep.
the greatest movie ever. One of the greatest.
one
yeah.
of the great movies. And
And
Conan.
he wrote, yeah.
Yeah, Conan and Red Dawn. They're three of the big ones that he directed. Writer. Now, he's also a writer.
Oh, he's written heaps.
So, Dirty Harry.
Yep.
Magnum Force. Big Wednesday. Apocalypse Now. 1941. Conan the Barbarian. Red Dawn. Extreme Prejudice. Clear and Present Danger. And is also noted as being one of the main scribes for the Indianapolis speech in Jaws.
Oh, yeah.
Now, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's a hell of a career.
That
No, I
is
cannot.
a resume.
That is a hell of a career.
Yeah. It was actually a 1980 nominee for Best Writing and Screenplay for Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
An Oscar nominee.
Yeah.
Also, back up your way, Chris. It was the 2006 nominee in the Banff Rocky Award in Banff Television for a show called Rome.
Yes. Oh, that's a hell of a Snorbs report in Rome.
Yeah, that's basically sandals and boobs, right?
Yeah, sandals, boobs, and dick.
Oh, lots of schlong.
SBD, they call that.
Whatever floats your boat.
Sandal, boobs, and dicks. Well done, G-Man. Any Oscar buzz for Red Dawn?
Ooh.
Actually, I just want to show you this. Yeah, there was 2 nominations. One was Young Artist Award was for Brad Savage. He was
true.
one of the kids.
He was Danny, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Danny. He was Best Young Supporting Actor in this, so he got a nominee for the Young
Fred's
Artist
brother?
Hey?
Is that Fred's brother?
Yeah, it's Sandy's boyfriend.
Right.
Danny.
Sandy?
Sandy. And also, look, a very prestigious award. It was a nominee in the VSDA Awards, Most Popular Current Action Adventure Movie. That's the Video Software Dealers Association.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Whitey, you probably got some
You were a
links.
member,
Yeah,
weren't
I was a member.
You would be a card-carrying member.
Definitely, yeah. I didn't get the vote. I was just about 6, I think it was about 6 years before I became a member. But, yeah.
Yeah, VSDA.
I had a lot of influence in the VSDA.
But look, gross, this movie was $38.3 million domestically, a budget of $17 million. Opening weekend did 8.2, so made half its money back, opened in about 1,800 cinemas and had a 6-week average run.
Okay.
Now, for that time, a smaller, shorter run.
Yeah, a little short.
Yeah.
Look, it would end up being number 20 for the year at 38.9 million.
But what a year for movies.
Well,
Yeah, 84.
Come on.
We've covered the movies. It's Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, Beverly Hills Cop, Ghostbusters, The Karate Kid, The Terminator, Footloose. You know, we've covered.
We've done the whole top
Bachelor
5.
Party, pretty much, except for Grand Canyon, The Hidden Secrets. Gremlins is another
There's
one.
also Romancing the Stone.
Romancing
Yeah.
the Stone,
Yeah.
Police Academy, there's
Cracking
tons.
year.
Revenge of the Nerds. Anyway, but the movies that year, obviously, the movie Amadeus.
Oh, Morgs,
One.
F. Murray Abraham.
Won 8 awards, including Best Picture. Best Director for Milos Forman. Places in the Heart, Best Actress Sally Field. Other winners were The Killing Fields with 3, A Passage to India, Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom, Purple Rain.
Mm.
Oh,
So there was a lot. It was a
84
big
as
movie.
well. Oh, my God.
big year, 84.
Yeah,
Is that it, G?
that's it.
Killing it. 1984 hit Sleeper and Dud. The guest, Chris, has got the hit.
What have I got this time?
You've got Sleeper Gear.
Cool. Forgot that bit.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've just mentioned what a year for cinema. You know, Gal just listed off some of the top 5. So I could have picked any of those, but they've all been spoken about on the podcast. So for me, it's got to be Spinal Tap.
Oh, nice.
Just,
Yeah.
you know, it established a genre. Christopher Guest, Harry Shearer, Fred Willard, Michael McKean, and Rob Reiner, and all the cameos. That movie is unbelievably funny. Spawned so many different mockumentaries. Like, just what an amazing film. We was talking about this with my father-in-law, my Australian father-in-law. I don't think he listens to the podcast, so I can slag him off a bit. He thought it was real.
I think a lot of people did.
Like, it's like they are so deadpan that
Yeah.
the delivery is so earnest. He was looking at me. He's like, "Yeah, it's a doco." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Yes.
no, it's a mocko." He's
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean a mocko?"
Yeah, it's a doco.
Yeah, it's
for not real things.
Yeah, it's like they're like making
It's
it
made up.
He's like, "No, that's a band." I'm like,
Smell the glove.
"Yeah, smell the glove."
Smell the glove. The Black Album. Well, it's. But you talk about that. They did the Black Album. Are you telling me Metallica didn't just copy that?
Come on.
Yeah, it's mate. The cucumber with the foil down his pants.
So
There's so many good things in Spinal Tap. It's so fucking funny.
does
Nah,
Nigel
mate.
follow The Office now and go, yeah, that's a real paper company.
Yeah.
In Scranton.
Dunder Mifflin.
Dunder Mifflin.
Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah, he's about that current.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And the soundtrack, the songs are fucking good.
Oh, they're so funny.
Yeah, like big bottoms, talk about bum cakes. My girl's got them. So good. So good. Well done. Good choice. G-Man, you got the sleeper?
Yeah, The Sleeper's actually a movie. Speaking of documentaries, it's a documentary of the months leading up to my wedding.
Oh,
Yeah. It's an Australian movie called Run, Chrissy, Run. No, this was a made-for-TV drama starring some good Aussie actors. Here, hold on a sec.
This is the stuff we cut out.
Yeah, somebody must have farted.
Yeah.
Now, a good Aussie movie starring some great Aussie actors. Carmen Duncan.
Carmen Duncan.
Oh.
Yeah, if you go one more time, it's like coming. If you sneeze
It
5
feels like
times,
I'm
it feels like you're coming.
It's like I'm calming.
When I get to
all of
pump,
the
it feels like I'm
time.
calming.
I might actually. Yeah, it's a great Aussie made-for-TV movie starring Carmen Duncan. Red Simons.
Oh.
Yeah. Nicholas Eady. Annie Jones.
Oh, yeah, I like Danny Jones.
Yeah, she was from Neighbours.
Neighbours, yeah. She played
Plain
Annie.
Jane. Plain
Isn't
Jane.
Everyone
Jane, that's right.
Yeah.
in Aussie.
A lot of
films
people
from
have come.
Neighbours,
Yeah, a lot of people, yeah.
Simone Buchanan. From,
Oh, yes. Hey, Dad.
Hey Dad. Yeah, a lot of Aussie actors in that. So that's
Well done,
my
G-Man.
that's my sleeper.
Well, I'm going well, you know what? I've actually got this but I couldn't really find a dud that I was really comfortable about really diving into. So I've changed it. I've got another sleeper. And it's because I couldn't go past it without mentioning this. Number 160 for the year. It had done $150,000. It's an Australian film. A vicious wild boar terrorizes the Australian outback. The husband of one of the victims is joined by a hunter and a farmer in search for the beast, Razorback. One of the great fucking Australian movies from the 80s.
I'm intrigued.
About a killer pig,
I love
a
it.
killer boar on the hunt.
This is your dad.
No, I said I've
It's-
dispensed
you
because
just
I
wanted to
wanted to
sleep,
talk about. I've gone. I'm sleeper, and this is. If you've not seen Razorback, it is so Australian. It is so bad that it is amazing.
I was flicking channels the other night, and it came on. It was the last 10 minutes where he's in the warehouse and the
Yep.
pig's there, and I was like, "No, turning it off," because I haven't seen it for so long. I didn't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to give it a
Yeah.
full watch.
And the pig is so big that it's effectively just a statue, and they just sort
Yeah.
of cut to it, and it doesn't really
A lot of,
move.
like snap
It
cuts.
doesn't really move, and when it's like okay, but it is so good. It's a great movie. Pet Pack
160
Pat
grand,
Kennery.
That's good.
made $50,000 for the year. Probably made its budget back. That's it. Well done, gentlemen. Three movies there that are worth watching. Question time. Here we go. If you lived in Calumet, would Jed's truck be your car of choice?
The what was it?
So
The-
it's like a
very
Bronco.
sexual.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's all
Bronco,
hip
but it's
and
not. I've
tick.
actually got what it is later
yeah.
on.
What was? I can't remember what it was.
It is a. Hang on. Bear with me. Fuck. 1977 Chevrolet K10 Cheyenne Stepside.
Stepside.
It looked like a Bronco, but a bit of a sexier Bronco.
Definitely.
Yeah, it had more curves.
It's pretty cool. A couple of people bounced out the back of that thing
Yes.
when he took it off
Yeah,
road.
Yes.
definitely.
That would have hurt.
Yeah, would have hurt. Definitely would have hurt.
Just stuntmen.
Good car. We like to talk about the cars here on Born to Watch. Is the Letterman jacket the coolest piece of clothing for a teenage boy in America?
Like, I think so. But
Yeah.
honorable mention in this movie for all of the like early 80s puffy jackets.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
the 3-color puffy jacket.
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Down,
Yeah,
that was very
yeah.
well represented in this movie.
Yes.
Obviously, the Letterman jacket's a big thing in high school, and give it to your girlfriend, whatever they do.
Yeah, the one you're fingering.
But
It's a sign of, I fingered her.
yeah,
She's wearing my
bang.
jacket.
Finger bang.
Yeah, finger banged her.
I would like to say that watching The Outsiders after, because I said I put it on, and they turn up for the Rumble, and the socials turn up, and a guy turns up in like slacks and his jacket.
Yeah.
His Letterman
He's gonna
jacket. I'm like,
rumble in his jacket.
okay, yeah, so it turned up as a 20 on 20 Rumble, and he's turned up in his Letterman jacket and his slacks. I'm like, is that really fighting material?
Yeah, that's the guy you're picking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want him. I got him.
He was the head guy. He was one that picked. He picked Swayze. He goes, I choose you.
Isn't that
Doing
Daryl?
No. It's another guy comes up and he goes, "Oh, they used to play hockey together or whatever."
Right. Yeah.
Punch on.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So are you gonna be? This is a question for each of you. Are you going to be able to piss in the radiator with 5 people standing there watching you? He lifts him up onto that thing and says, "Go on, piss in there."
But he makes sure that he's a minor first. He's like, "How old are you?
How old is-
15?
Good. Get your small dick in the radiator.
It's not like everyone just move away, let him piss in there. Like,
Mate, I would have the worst case of stage fright you
that's
could
it.
imagine.
surely he's just going, I don't have any piss at the moment.
No.
I mean, we've just done through all this stuff. I'm not really ready to piss.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I don't think it was not. It's probably the harshest thing Jed does the whole movie.
Oh.
You go,
Oh,
kid,
no,
piss in the radiator.
He shoves what's in name down on the ground. That was a pretty harsh throw.
He dragged him through the fire as well.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, so the depiction of the hierarchy in the Wolverines about how that sorts itself out, it's about right. I think they nail it.
Yeah.
I think it's quite obvious that Swayze's, even though Daryl thinks, "Oh, I'm the king of the fucking council. Look at me, king of the castle, have a chair. No, he's the quarterback. He's rooted all the birds. He's going to be the guy.
Mate, if you're going to be the alpha and then you go, as the chair of the student council, I vote we surrender,
Yeah.
then you're not the leader.
Nah, what a fuckwit.
It's un-American.
No, absolutely. It's more Canadian. Yeah.
We don't have to surrender because we have the U.S. fighting all the wars.
Absolutely.
Well, when they annex you, they make you
with their current president.
the state. Yeah, it's perfect. You just become a state.
Yeah.
Right.
Why are the Russians burning books? This is twofold. This is twofold, this question. So why are the Russians burning books in the street? Right? That's part one. And surely in 1984, re-education camps and propaganda doesn't work. You are bad. America bad. People not save you. America bad. It's not like we're in the 1940s and, and we get that a bit later on. I'm going to talk about when they're sitting around the campfire and he goes, "The man has the black moustache," and da-da-da. Like, fuck off. Like, why are they burning books?
I think that's where the film sort of treads as close to the propaganda line as it possibly can. They're trying to, like the uniforms, there's some goose stepping marching. I think they're trying to make the Russians out to be, and the Cubans, to be as fascist as possible.
Yeah,
and
right.
To really make this clear delineation between freedom
Yeah.
and sort of this encroaching fascism. I don't know of any Soviets burning books. That's a Nazi thing.
It is a Nazi thing. But the whole re-education camps, like, they've got a film screen up there that they're playing.
So the drive-in.
It's like, they're in the drive-in. They're playing.
They're putting some people in the camps to re-educate them, and then everyone else is just walking around town.
Yeah, and that's the other thing I didn't
and they
understand.
just snuck into town and like, oh yeah, you can just sneak in. There's no.
But then they got
lockdown.
the Russian-American Friendship Center. That Tony blows up.
Yeah, like, we're all mates, really. We've taken over and killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let's be mates.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's an 80s movie.
Yeah. And this is the next bit. If they know who the Wolverines are, how are they able just to cruise into town and into the camp?
Also, it's like 3 super fit young dudes.
Yeah.
So you are the first people getting around it.
Yeah, you're going into the camp. You're being shot.
It's funny. And then they're shooting people to flush them out, and they're not coming, and then everyone's just like, oh, well,
Yeah, we'll just keep shooting them.
And everyone seems fine with that. Like,
Yes, it was very, very weird. Very weird. Now, so would Harry Dean Morgan screaming "Avenge Me" at the top of his voice at the camp? Surely some guards are going, "What the fuck's going on here?"
It's not very inconspicuous.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like it's cinema. Like I get it. It's
I had it in my bad.
Yeah.
Avenge me.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It was so bad. Harry Dean Morgan. He was channeling his inner Morgs' acting talents here.
Definitely. And writing.
Yeah, definitely.
More of a screenwriter, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he in front of the camera a lot, Morgs?
There's not many lenses that can get all his nose in focus and his face. Like you need some of the, like not even like Dean Cundy, some of the best cinematographers can't do it.
Morgs needs a front and side mirror so he can get the whole look.
They haven't made a lens.
They haven't. They're still developing a lens. Yeah. Yeah. So they should just go to Sesame Street and say, the lens you used to get Big Bird into this frame, can we use that for Morgs? Fucking huge snooter.
The techniques from Citizen Kane.
This is it. When they killed the first Russians, so up on the hill, they killed the first Russians. Is that a trap or is that a happy accident?
Happy accident, I think.
It's a trap.
Well, because I'm thinking
Craft,
they've left.
the shield is still up.
What about how dumb those Russians are? What about how dumb those Russians are? Look at this. It's an Indian arrow. Yeah, it's made with plastic. It's not plastic. It's bone.
It's burnished to a high sheen.
Fucking hell.
I've got about 4 bads in that scene, so I'm not going to.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to get to bad in that.
Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, so we're going to say happy accident. I'm happy with that.
They looked like they were sort of surprised that the Russians were there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Why do the Russian tank soldiers who pull up for petrol, fill her up? Why do they take Tony's picnic basket out of the car and just throw it into the tank? Yeah, let's take the picnic basket. Rape and pillage and take the picnic basket.
Nice sandwiches.
Yeah. And do you think that was the grand plan that they go, okay, Tony, what's going to happen?
Yes.
So Jed's drawn it up. He's going, okay, we're going to play the quarterback sneak. So we're going to go the flip 3-6 hole from Starship Troopers. And Tony, you're going to come in on the bike. We're going to have a bomb in your picnic basket. Now, what's going to happen?
They are going to take it.
They are not going to want to rape you. What they're going to want to do is take the picnic basket. And what they're going to do then, they're going to throw it straight into the tank. They're going to look inside of it, throw it straight into the tank. Then you're going to run. And we're going to shoot them from the hidey holes.
Yes, we're going to. And look, small thing here, darling, but just don't worry about it. But like you run, they may shoot straight away, and if they do, you won't make it.
They may shoot you in the back.
If they don't, and they chase you, then we'll jump up and shoot them. So
you got to hope that their rapey tendencies outlast their masochistic tendencies.
Yes. I think the Russian priorities were food, rape, run.
Yep. Okay. Righto. Solved. Do you shoot Daryl the traitor?
Yes.
So another thing is that they are talking about it becomes quite a us versus them. Becomes Robert, who's C. Thomas Howe, and Jed, who are the ones that think, no, we've got to shoot the Russian, we've got to shoot Daryl. The others are like, we become them. Like Charlie Sheen gets quite emotional about it.
His moment.
That is his moment. But what happens is that Jed shoots the Russian and Robert shoots Daryl, and then it's like, all right, let's just get on the horses and get the fuck out of town now.
I think, if you're looking deeper into that, what John Milius is doing is obviously Jed has a struggle within him to go, but this is our friend and this is what's happened, and he was coerced to do this in a really, really weird way. But anyway,
yes,
and he can't bring himself to do it, and that just shows like where that. To me, I was looking at that going, this is where they're starting to devolve a bit, like they've been living in a camp in the mountains.
It's a bit Lord of the Flies-ish, yeah.
A little bit. He's like, he's got to go, and then he's like, but I can't do it because the good versus bad in him, and then what's his name just goes bang,
yeah, Robert,
and they
just blows him away.
They're sort of laying the morality of the film on the table.
Yes,
the cards are down. Here it is, and that C. Thomas Howell's character is now going to pay a price. At that point we think Jed's going to live.
Definitely.
He's the center of the film. He's the leader. He's been doing all the right things. In this moment, he makes the powerful choice. Yeah, I'll kill the Russian. That's still righteous, but it would be un-American. I'm going to keep coming back to that thread. It's un-American to kill this collaborator.
Yeah,
I can't do that. And then Robert's like, no. He's gone beyond the pale. He's crossed the line. There is no turning back for him. But you also know instantly, okay, there's going to be a comeuppance for him. And I mean, we'll get to it in my good.
Yeah, but I don't get it, because if they made him eat, the bugs inside him, whatever.
Yeah.
Why didn't he just go back to his friends and go, they've put a bug inside me. I can't be around you. Like, I have to go.
Hang on a minute. I'm just going to the bush for a couple of days. I'm going to shit that thing out.
Yeah.
I'm going to find it in my shit, and then I'm going to throw it away. And I'm going to come back and go, oh, they bugged me.
Well, no, but not even say like they bugged me. So I'm going to lead them here down into a valley where you're up on all sides, and you can come down and shoot them all. Like, he doesn't tell anyone, and then goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, why didn't he tell them and go, they've made me swallow a bug. It's going to lead them to you. Like,
because Daryl's a D-bag.
Yeah. It's like, why didn't he do that? And they could have, I mean, they were very good at setting up traps. Why didn't you just tell them that they could have got, and then it would have been done?
Yep. I wonder if there's almost a little bit of, and again, going back to Milius, is there some class struggle in here? So the upper class politician's son, Soch, a student council president. He's clearly of a higher social class and
Mm.
economic class than the rest of the
And
Wolverines.
the Greasers,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Well, it
Well,
is.
that's what I mean.
It
Yeah,
is.
no,
It is
what?
very
Close to the
similar.
Greasers, yeah.
It is very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't get that bit because they could have done it, and I guess maybe some of that's on the cutting room floor. Maybe they cut some of that story, and it was just because it seemed very odd. He comes back and there, how did he find us? Oh yeah, they bugged me, and I'm sorry.
It's
like,
like
why didn't you say something?
It's a betrayal, but it's like a soft betrayal, but it's like a sort of a passive bitch.
And did he really think that? Oh, we won't shoot him.
Yeah.
Like they weren't. They were trying to kill them. They weren't trying to capture them.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. Last question. Jed is extremely smart operator through this whole movie. He's actually far beyond his years. He seems to be quite military adept, quite clever. Why does he say something behind the general's back?
Ah, man, that isn't my bad.
Mate,
come on.
Why doesn't he just shoot him and then he's away? He says he's like, whatever he says to him, but I'm like, shut up, mate, and just shoot him.
The general, you mean?
No, Jed is behind him and should have just shot him at the end.
So he gets to draw.
He gets the draw on him and he goes, you're too late or whatever.
Yeah.
Or it's time to die or something, and the guy turns around and shoots him.
Yeah, yes,
Like,
yes,
it's
yes,
so
yeah.
dumb. It's such trope that.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Yes, that was.
Dumb.
Shoot first, then Bennett let out some steam.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Shoot first, smart ass remark later.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well done, gents. Born to Watch only fans. It's time to, if you want to press pause, share to your friends or share to whoever. Just get it out there. We want some organic growth, just like Gow got in Canada. And the best way, rate the podcast on your platform of choice. Leave us a review. Get on the website, borntowatch.com.au. Leave us a voicemail and you'll become forever in the Born to Watch lore. Or just leave us a review on the website. It'd be awesome. And we'll go from there. Thank you for listening, and we'll move on now. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And you know what? I think we'll start with our guest. What have you got for good?
Let me
I'm just
pull
going to
my
move.
list.
Yeah, listen a little closer.
Got to get it taut.
Play just the tip.
Oh, how intimate.
Hold on a sec.
I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but I'll just bring up the ensemble cast. Basically, the best of the outsiders, plus Leah Thompson and Jennifer Grey. What's not to love? You're catching a lot of these actors at, either the very beginning of their career or as they're just kind of starting to really take off, and then they come to define popular cinema for 10 years, for a decade after this. Like these were the faces in the movies that I saw when I was growing up. Again, I've already mentioned it. The classic 80s puffy jackets, I think, like extremely well represented in this film. So the use of the rocket-propelled grenade and just the RPG in general.
Yeah.
So it's like the big banger in this movie. And again,
it's a big banger, except when they fire it at a gunship.
Yes.
Then all it does is blow smoke.
Poof. Well, that's a Hind gunship. They're flying tanks.
Yeah.
It will take much more than one RPG to bring one of those down.
It did go through the window, an internal of the.
You think it would have
helicopter?
It took a couple of people out.
Yeah.
But
It took one guy out.
That's true.
Mate, only Rambo can take one of those down.
Yeah, single-handed.
With like a bit of dynamite on an arrow. So my elder brother, who of course watched this movie with me when we were kids, time and time again, he developed a fixation with rocket propelled grenade launchers, and he had sort of, everyone has like a bad friend, right?
Yeah.
The first person you smoke a cigarette with, et cetera, et cetera. His bad friend and he were both quite mechanically inclined, so they would design and build things that were essentially like childhood replicas of rocket propelled grenade launchers, and sort of their Mark III or Mark IV was, they asked my parents to start playing with rocket motors, like launching rockets up into the sky, and they would take the rocket motors and they would put Christmas bulbs and tape them together, and then use PVC tubing, black plastic tubing, and they would RPG rocket motor Christmas lights around neighborhoods.
Wow. Holy shit.
So very, very serious stuff.
Wow.
He's a little bit of a delinquent.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Shout out Matty G. Not this Matty G, another Matty G. Look,
just another delinquent Matt.
Yeah, right.
For being honest.
I used to carry around a pair of homemade nunchucks.
Of course you did.
Like, in the 80s, I was just whipping around a...
Yeah, but you had a license for them.
Yeah.
Deadly weapon. You are a deadly weapon.
It was a deadly weapon. I was Jeff Speakman.
The perfect weapon.
For me, C. Thomas Howell's death scene, that resonated with me as a kid, and like I knew that I was going to have that experience again watching this film, and like what a fucking legend. Zero chance that one man with a Kalashnikov is going to do any damage to one of those flying tanks, but he's come to the end of his journey.
Yeah,
he's done enough, but I think he also knows that it's time to die. And for that, I'm getting goosebumps actually thinking about it. Like of all the characters, I think he has the biggest arc.
100%.
The best arc. I think it's the most dynamic. He's one of the most accomplished actors in the film at that point. He's the person that I resonated with as a kid. His performance is poignant, and that death scene for me is just, that arc just feels perfect. Yeah, and then I know we're not going to have a Snorbs report, but when they first meet up with Leah Thompson and the nose Jennifer Grey, one of them hops on the horse and just this like powerful swinging mount motion. Yeah, that resonated with me as a kid.
Yeah.
C. Thomas Howell was a former rodeo cowboy. Like he done a lot of stuff, so he taught a lot of them to ride. Yeah, he'd done a lot of that stuff in his youth.
Wow,
just keep bringing the heat, yeah, don't you? I'm full of stats, full of something. Hang on a minute. All right.
And I guess I'll just end the good. I didn't remember as a kid how much the Cuban guy with the big mustache.
Yep.
Really, he has an arc, like a considerable arc, and
for sure.
He sort of reaches this point where he's done, and it's time for him to put.
He's riding back to the wife.
Yeah. But like, there's moments throughout as well where he mentions that he's now this inverted position, that he says, I used to be the partisan, I used to be the guerrilla in the hills, you know, fighting for
now I'm on the other,
now I'm a policeman. And that was something that, okay, you're reading the subtitles and whatnot as a kid, like that stuff was over my head as a 5-year-old or a 6-year-old, but that it again, you've said surprising. This movie has surprised me a number of times, and his journey, that character, that sort of humanizing of the communist side was unexpected for me, and really felt important.
Well, he sees himself in Jed.
I think so.
And so at the end there, when he could have shot them, he's no. I've got respect for you guys. You guys deserve to go.
Yeah,
this is what I was saying earlier. This is part of John Miliu's screenwriting, was that he wanted to. This was going to be more about the futility of war and like why they've done this and how futile it is, because everyone's just dying, right? Like, and it's not achieving anything. It didn't achieve anything in the end. I think that a lot of that gets cut out, but that's sort of part of what he was going for, because that role of Powers Boothe's role was actually going to be more about a guy who was a fighter pilot, but he was all about peace. You know, it's a similar sort of arc, and it was going to be different. And then Powers Boothe wasn't that happy about the way that was going to happen, because he's Powers more Boothe. Of a patriotic, you know, like I'm a
killer
pilot that's coming in to help these kids out, right? Like and give them guidance, a bit like he's in the movie. So yeah, I get that point.
Well done, Chris. G-Man, good.
Yeah, look, firstly, I'd also like to thank Chris for managing to get 12 goods in, just like Whitey. It's good to see, you know,
there's going to be a lot of shit going on this.
Yeah. I had, again, my good, a bit of a Greer guy, the young cast. I think it's a great ensemble cast. Like kids, some of these guys in 3 or 4 years are going to hit their peaks. And the girls too, you know, like in 86, we've got Dirty Dancing. We've got Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You know, they're starting to all hit. And it's good to look back at that now. I got the Jennifer Grey, the death with the grenade.
I just want to listen to the wind.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of Miles Dyson in Terminator 2.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, he just waits for someone to come in, and then she's like, ha, surprise.
But it's gone from her hand.
Yeah, it falls up.
So she must have. So she's already dead.
I think so. Yeah, and
she's
holding onto it.
But no, it's under her body. She's not.
Yeah,
it's because she had it in her right hand.
Pulls her up.
And he pulls her up, but it's under her body.
Hand,
no.
Well, yeah, maybe she's obviously lying on it, and she's laid there. And when he pulls the body up, which I don't really understand why he would do that.
No.
but for movie reasons, I do.
Rapey.
Yeah, definitely
right.
rapey.
That was it. Prone.
Rapey. He's like Buck.
Yeah. He's like Buck.
Yeah.
Look, her jacket was tight.
Good jacket.
Yeah, very good jacket.
Good jacket.
The other thing I'll just have was the symbolism of the writing on the rock, because I hadn't seen it for so long. And when they see the names of the people that have died up there, and then when he puts both their names, I was like, oh, they're going in here.
They're going in.
They're not coming back. So when you're going, I was like, this is a full scale mission, and they're not planning on.
Yeah, that was
coming
cool.
Out of that,
That was cool.
I was like, okay,
We're
that was
all
the
new
coolest
stuff.
Yeah.
Well done, G-Man. There's no fucking around. Like parachutes at 4 minutes 35.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that was the other thing. Yeah.
Just straight into it. And I love that. And there doesn't need to be any fucking around. We don't need to know. There's enough character building in that car to know that he's the big guy, he's the young brother, he's his mate, and that's all you need.
Yeah.
Right? Perfect. And then we've already mentioned it, but the teacher gets blown away and they attack the school is so you are not expecting it. And that opening 10 minutes is awesome.
It's a hook. It's a massive
a
hook,
hook.
because as soon as you see the teacher gun down and they're shooting at school, you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's in medias res.
Okay.
You are into the middle of things right away.
Absolutely. Love it. They can have my gun when they pry it from my dead hands, and the soldier steps on the guy's hands and takes the gun. I was like, that is the best corny thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
That is the best corny thing I've ever seen. I thought up until Avenge Me, the Harry Dean Morgan scene is pretty good, where he's giving the boys the permission and the motivation to do what you're doing. Keep going. I've trained you for this. Just do what you do. And it's all like he's giving them permission, right? And I thought that was really cool.
It's just funny too. They're like, Dad, and they're crying, and he's like, he didn't give him like are you guys okay? I haven't seen you. And he's just like, I know it's pretty hard on you.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he's been re-educated.
Yeah. Yeah. He's already thinking about Stilichnaya vodka.
He's already wanting to be avenged.
Yeah. Avenge me. As I said, Charlie Sheen, first movie, but he's excellent. Really, really good. I also thought the translation at the national park sign, the Russians, I thought that was funny. all about the slaughter. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with what's on the board, but he's just reading it. And the other guy's
I don't know
great.
if that's like, at the start I thought, is that guy just making it up just tell his comrades something, or was it just a fuck up on the movie's part that?
Oh no, I think
he didn't translate it at all.
I think he's got no idea what's being said on the thing, and he's just made it up. He knows bits and pieces.
The movie needed a little bit of air to be let out.
Yeah, a little bit of levity.
They needed some levity.
I think again, that's also John Miller's trying to show the human side of them too, because we're up here just sightseeing. They weren't coming up searching for people. They've just kind of gone, look at this. What does it mean? This is all this. They're just showing that these guys are normal men too.
Yep,
to a certain extent.
Absolutely. I also think the movie does paint the Hispanic communists as being like for a cause, and the Soviet or the Russian communists as being the sort of the fascists, and so there's a dichotomy.
Yeah. Oh, I like
it.
Well done.
I had to get it in. A dichotomy within that that communist structure.
Yeah, very good, very good. I think everyone looks like they know what they're doing with the guns.
Yes.
Which I think adds to the belief that they might actually be able to pull some of the stuff off that they're doing.
All of the wildly improbable things.
Exactly. So, but because none of them look like they all are locked in. And I know they did like they did a boot camp, and Dale Dye was included with it and did it and ran it again. And so they all look like they know what they're doing. Because when the girls are on those machine guns, they got displayed, they're set, everything looks like shit. Okay. It's almost believable.
Leah Thompson looks like she's really having fun with the big heavy caliber machine gun.
Absolutely.
The only people who are not very good with their weapons were the soldiers,
the Russian soldiers,
the Russian soldiers, and clearly the American soldiers, right? Like America's been invaded, and we stopped them dead here, but we lost here. It's like, man, America did not do well in that fictional World War III. They kind of screwed the pooch.
No, I laughed only because I had just recently watched Step Brothers, Leah Thompson's, when they have the Russian hostage, and she goes, "Sprechen Sie Deutsch," and all I could think of was, "Hey Derek, sprechen Sie Dick." So I thought that was funny, and of course I can't go past the Russian gunships. They are every time they're in a movie, and they loved them in the 80s.
Mm.
Like, there's Rambo, there's Rambo 3.
Were they in Airwolf?
Possibly.
I mean, that's all about helicopter. Or Blue Lightning? Blue Thunder?
Blue Thunder.
Blue Thunder?
No, it wasn't. No, Blue Thunder was Blue Thunder was the big helicopter in Blue Thunder. But we've got to do that soon too. That's a great movie.
That's Roy Scheider.
Roy Scheider, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, so good. Okay, boys. Of course, the cast. I'll just tap onto that, but that's it. The bad. We'll start with you, G-Man, for bad. What do you got?
Okay, we've talked about the soldiers a little bit, but at the first scene, how did the soldiers, when they're going away in the car, how did they miss the car with the rocket and hit the bus? They're about 30 meters away. I go, ugh, and I was like,
it's my 5-minute movie.
And I watched that, and I was like,
me too.
Yeah, and I was like, you guys are doomed from this point.
They went to the Imperial Stormtrooper target shooting school.
I was like, how could you?
Yeah.
They were awful.
How could you miss that thing? You've got this big, and they're 30 meters away. I could have done that.
Yeah, TK421. Please report to your station.
I don't get why, you hit it before, Chris. The Americans really screwed it. Why did they send in one chopper?
Yes.
To do the work? One chopper was cutting people up. I was like, why didn't they send 10 choppers? Why didn't they send more troops? I understand they're fighting different fronts, but they could have easily. Those guys were easy to take down. One chopper took out that.
And then they eventually brought one tank.
Yeah. One tank came in. This is the real battlefield. It's like one tank.
Yeah.
When at the start and they all raced off, obviously they jump in the car and they get away. They luckily got missed by the RPG and they run away. Why didn't they go to their families? They just went back to the gasoline, to the service station. And he's like, yeah, go to the hills and do this. None of them went, I better go check on my family, seeing there's people running around shooting people. Like, you don't know what's going on at that stage. Surely your thing is that you're going to go run and find your family, like not just take off to the hills.
Maybe they were just dropping Robert off because that was Robert's dad's place.
Yeah, I don't know, but they never went through, like, none of those people went, I bet it, and they went to the hills and go, how long can we stay here? And didn't go.
No, because Robert's dad goes, you can't come back here. You got to go. You got to run.
Go. But still, that was me. I'd be going, I've got to go find my family. Like,
you think so?
Where are my fammy?
Yeah.
Are they hurt? Are they needing help?
Yeah, no.
Doesn't make for a very compelling film.
No.
They need them to stay together.
Yeah, they do. What about you got to get the 4473 document, which will tell us who's got guns. Fuck off, mate. How do you fucking know that?
They've done their research.
Yeah, God.
This invasion.
Go to the sports store.
Very well.
Go to the sports store because fuck off.
I had
Americans don't license their guns.
No, give me a break.
Fuck.
I had Avenge Me, Harry Dean Morgan at his best. How bad were the gunshots killing the Russians? Like, there were a lot of times where there was no even bullet holes and people are just like, I'm dead.
My impression of, like, before I rewatched it, I thought, it's going to be a lot like watching the A-Team. Everyone's going to shoot at the ground around everyone. They'll throw grenades. Everyone jumps away. There
was just a few where there's not even bullets hitting them and people are getting splayed up. So I get it. It's early 80s. The whole scene we talked about where they see the Russians coming up in the Jeep and they go, they're coming this way. We better go tell the others. But then the others are hiding under rocks on the side. Like, why? Why are you hiding on the bottom side of a road, not up the top? And why would you be right there? And what are the odds that the Russians stop right where you're hiding? Yeah. Like, it's just all a little bit too, like, well, they knew they're coming.
So that makes me think that it sort of was a trap. But how do they know they're going to stop there? But it's
but the girls were under. They had no guns out. They had nothing. So
they had they had the bows. They had bows.
But they tried to run away, and it wasn't until the others came with the guns. So, but after that, and they killed them. Why didn't they get rid of the bodies? Because they paraded at least one. The guy he shoots in the vehicle. They obviously just left it there because they take him back. And why didn't they just shove the whole thing down the hill?
Yeah.
Or drive it like another 5 Ks up the road and drop it off. They would have never found it.
He didn't manage to get the radio call off though.
Well, he started to, but again, like, get in the car, throw those bodies down the hill because no one's going to know exactly where to stop.
Yeah. Reckons he did.
And then just drive like 2 Ks up the road, then wheel it off a cliff with the rest of the bodies, and it's done. They never find them.
Yeah, you speak absolute perfect sense. Yeah.
If I ever had to fight communists in the bush, I want you on my team.
Yeah, you need common sense gear.
Is he Jed?
Yeah, he's. I think he would be Jed.
Could be
a small teeth Jed.
Although I'd be more like, get the mighty Triton, fill it with single fin, and we're going to the mountains. Yeah.
But we
not a
need
bunch of
bullets.
Coca-Cola.
We need more single fin.
Yeah. These yellow bullets will save us.
Going down easy.
Well, this is, and of course, we'll take this moment now to thank our friends at Gage Roads for the incredible product that they give us each and every show that we do here for Born to Watch. The boys here are sucking down a couple single fins, and I'm on the Matzo's alcoholic chili and lime ginger beer.
Have you had those? Have you had one of those?
No.
Oh, they're really good. They're actually really chilly. Good.
And
Oh,
lime.
No, but they're nice. They're
So when
Yeah,
they
they're
advertise chili and lime,
Yeah, it's
they
spicy, man.
deliver.
Yeah, they do. It's pretty good.
sweet.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
nice.
good. G-Man, are you done?
Yep.
Okay. Bad for you, Chris?
Oh, I had Colorado being their point.
Yeah.
This is the sharp edge of the spear.
Yeah.
Was there's a few states in between the communists and Colorado.
Yes.
Florida Cuba is quite close to Florida.
But how do they make it all the way in airplanes without being shot down?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
you know the only way they came to Colorado? They flew over Canada. Canadians let them in. That's the only way I can see it.
Canadians are just waving the big white flags.
Look,
Them!
we're really nice, eh?
South, go south.
They'd be out there going, hey, come from Molson, eh? Come on down from Molson.
Look, the Canadians were probably, look, we have universal health care. We're already communists. Come on in.
Good.
Now you can come and visit us for R&R. We've got heaps of trailer parks. Come and slay them like Gal did.
Yeah, so just that, getting over that improbability was like troubling.
Yes.
Getting over the implied incompetence of the U.S. military, that was a struggle. But you just sort of have to accept that this is the world that they're painting, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're reading The Road by Cormac McCarthy, you just have to accept that the world is as written. So you're watching this movie, the world is as written. I found the music god awful. It's so cloying, saccharine, melodramatic.
Yes.
And I think it cheapens the film.
Well, it's the great Basil Polidorus who did, and that's another 1 Degree of Kurt Russell for Breakdown, but he did, he wrote one of the worst movie songs of all time from Starship Troopers.
Oh, right.
I have not been to paradise. Watch the days go by.
Did you say
21st century high.
Basil Fawlty?
Could be Basil Fawlty. Polidorus.
Faulty. What's wrong with him?
And he's done some incredible scores. The music, I agree. It's over the top,
Yes.
patriotic, saccharine, military.
That's what they're going for.
Yeah.
I'll probably leave it at that for bad, for
All
right bad.
As Calumet student body president, I say we give ourselves up. They should have shot Daryl then and there.
Yes.
He was always going to be trouble.
Yes.
D-bag.
Yep. Drinking the deer blood, get fucked.
Yeah.
So
all very weird.
Can that not be seen as homage to the Deer Hunter? Like, has
Yeah.
to be, right?
It's
has to be.
But they're in enough shit. And there you're making me. It's like you know what it is? It's Step Brothers again. I got a belly full of white dog shit, and you go pulling this shit on me. We're being invaded by Russians, and you're making me drink deer blood. Fuck off.
I think it had to be. It's referencing Harry Dean Morgs though as well. Like all these things that he did to them.
Yeah, to train them.
Jed is now it is a boot camp for Robert. He
fair
has
enough.
to go from, sort of a high school teenager to hardened killer. And I think that's an important, that begins his, well, not begins his arc, but that is an integral part to the C. Thomas Howell character.
Okay. Very, very good. So I'm pretty sure it happens after they kill the first Russians and they're sitting around the campfire at night. And there's just like I think Jed's talking about what's happened and what's going to happen now. And then it cuts to Leah Thompson and she's just looking straight at the camera. She's like, things are different now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, you don't need to say that.
Yeah.
You don't, that's like such an unnecessary line. And it would have been just better that if everyone just went that awkward silence and then it was like, oh, they know that things have changed. Like the game has changed now. They're in the game.
She should have said, well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
What might drive you? Okay, we've mentioned it. God, they seem very well equipped for Rebellion in the Woods.
Yeah.
They have got everything, and they must. And I'm assuming it's because they just must pilfer and steal from every single person they kill. But still,
Yes, that's
they've
what I
got
think,
a lot of gear.
They level up very
Very quickly.
Yeah.
It's like they've got cheat codes in Call of Duty.
Yes.
Mate, they're very quickly. They know they'll eat things that make a billy goat puke. They're trained.
Well, it's like bringing the pigeons to the cats. C. Thomas Howell, although he's great in this, when he first turns and he starts to smoke and thinks he's really tough, I found that awkward. Like when he's like, and then he smokes the first, you can tell it's like he's not a natural smoker.
Never had a dart
He's
in his
never
life.
had one before, and he's just trying to be tough. I just found that a little bit awkward. I chuckled in it. It's a hell of a winter.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a winter, and they are still chubby.
The jackets.
They're quite well
It's the
fed.
jackets.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way they're surviving that winter in the woods.
Apparently on set it was like got down to -30 and stuff like that.
Mate, it looks horrific.
Brutal, yeah. Patrick Swayze said that he actually had got frostbite on that, and for years later, when it got really cold, he still get like shivering pains under his toenails and stuff like.
Well, he couldn't go up on points anymore.
Yeah,
Nice.
he became a flat-footed dancer.
What a sacrifice.
He had become
Moonwalked. He had the moonwalk.
Lord. What's his name? Flatley.
Oh, Lord of the Dance. So the tank battle when Powers Boothe gets killed
Gets it.
is probably the biggest joke in the whole movie.
Yeah.
So they are hiding in front of a tank when there's another one American tank is shooting them.
It's the real battlefield.
How are they not dead?
Yeah.
Surely the range of that tank is going to land short or whatever to
Yeah.
begin with, and they're gone.
Oh,
There's
God.
so much shrapnel in
Yeah.
here.
And it's shooting, and they don't even move, and the barrel is over the top of them.
Also, they've got no eardrums left. They're like, what's?
Oh
his
no,
name?
they're
Wasn't
gone.
it?
Yes.
They're gone.
They're not hearing anything. They're bleeding out the ears from that.
And then again, Leah Thompson. I'll never love anybody again. Again, the whole Powers Boothe Leah Thompson thing is so wrong. And then the fact that she's like, oh, I loved him. Like, one, and obviously they cut out all the stuff with them, right? But cut that out as well.
You have to cut that piece out.
You have to cut that piece out. Even though it's like, it gives C. Thomas Howell that bit where he goes, you wouldn't be here if you didn't love anyone. Like, fucking hell. And not only that, like, and I've got this in my ugly. When she said, I'll never love anyone ever again, I think she was right, because when her sister died, she did not care.
Yeah.
She did not care. Charlie Sheen's Conan the Barbarian hat.
Yeah.
He made that himself. He's made that hat himself. He's fashioned it himself out of stuff that he's gotten from the Russian troops.
Yeah.
And he's thought, you know what? I saw Conan the Barbarian last summer,
I look hard as fuck.
and I'm going to make a soft, fleecy Conan the Barbarian helmet. It's awful. And then I think the ending's weak. I think the ending, and I'm not saying they need to go down in a hail of gunfire,
Yeah.
but I also think that all you see is whoever, it's Leah Thompson and the other guy,
Danny,
break through. It's freedom now. And that's the end of the movie.
we're free now.
Yeah.
And then
it's
there's her little epilogue.
a little epilogue about the stone and stuff.
Partisan
about
rock.
Partisan rock. That's it.
Yeah.
But it's like, it just, I felt like I wanted something a bit more.
So I didn't remember that scene, the partisan rock scene. I didn't even remember. I vaguely remembered as a kid that two of them survived, and I couldn't remember really who. The movie for me always stops with Jed and Matt in the park.
In the park.
That for me is where I have two brothers. That's the point for me where the movie stops. And again, I'm getting goosebumps about it. But that was, I don't know, maybe we just stopped the movie then. Like, the shooting's done.
I think they wanted to have that, like, somebody got through to tell the story about, because they were quite famous, I guess, those, these kids, the Wolverines.
Yeah.
So maybe they want to tell it. But it could have just stopped there and that's it, knowing that the others had gone on. We just assume they did.
It sort of feels to me like the ending, if it was the ending, if it's cinema, would be the two brothers in the park, and then they test it, and the screen testing is like, oh, the ending sucks. So I needed to tack on an ending to sort of really sort of close the loop.
Yeah, possibly. It does feel a bit tacked on.
Definitely.
The end.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Anyone got anything for ugly?
No.
I mean, we've talked about the Harry Dean Morgue scene. I love how it sets up the park scene at the end for Matt and Jed, but we've talked about it a fair bit.
Yep.
And then, I referenced it before, but I had missed a little bit how dark, like they talk about Boulder, Colorado's descended into cannibalism.
Yeah.
Like that was something that as a 5-year-old, it just went over my head. But, when the fighter pilot comes in and he starts to bring news from the rest of America, the tone really shifts a little bit.
Just hang on 1 second. Molly, shut up.
They're just home. They'll be gone. They'll be through in a minute.
Upstairs.
Helsinki.
Shut up. Upstairs. Hey.
Holy shit, we've done an hour and a half.
Yeah, we dribbled on at the start.
Well, we didn't start till 15:15.
Oh, fuck me.
We started right at 15:15. So, and then we've had a couple of quick stoppages. So it does go.
Big face liquor. There's lots to go.
Yeah, but we start to get
once we go. This is when it starts to pick up.
Yeah, because we go through. This is
it's
got
literally
quite long.
Quick fire.
Yeah, and then we had a quick fire, and then it's
Molly, upstairs. Go on,
Molly,
upstairs.
Good dog.
Go
Good
upstairs.
Dog. Good dog, Ubu.
Okay, well done. Anything else there for ugly? We comfortable with that?
Yep, all good.
Yeah, I've already mentioned mine. The Powers Boothe, Leah Thompson stuff, and the sister doesn't care when she dies because she'll never love anyone again. Just not great. Okay, quick. That fucking cunt of an animal. Seriously.
Fucking hell, John.
Seriously.
Fucking hell, John.
Let's have a half a monkey in here.
Fucking hell.
I love that quote.
I say fucking hell, John, all the time.
Me and my younger brother say that all the time.
All right. Are you in now?
Like,
okay. Where's Belle?
We say mostly to each other.
Oh, yeah.
Once a week.
Mostly.
And so, like, something
That
will
was
come up
quick.
and we'll go, like, we can do this, and you'll go, I'll go to mostly. And yes, mostly.
Huh? Oh, sounds
Nice
fun.
work, Belle.
All right. Okay. All right. We're moving
Good
on.
stuff.
Quick fire. Here we go. Say hello to my little friend, pop culture. Anything from the movie pop culture, Chris?
When we were growing up, my brothers and I would shout Wolverines as our battle cry, but I don't think it's really sort of burst onto.
It's probably the most, I'd say, the thing that would probably last the most.
Yeah, Wolverines would be the most. I think Red Dawn itself, people know what that is, like an American invasion or an invasion in America.
Yep.
Avenge Me, but I'm not sure people.
No, I think
just a bad
Wolverines
one.
is a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Pig face lick outs for the biggest dick character in the movie. I think this is easy.
D-bag?
Are we all going with Daryl?
Yeah.
Or his dad.
Yeah, but the dad's just a slimy.
But I think the dad's trying to broker peace, right?
The dad's trying to save his son. I think it's Daryl.
Okay.
Daryl should have given
you
himself
go
up
with
to
the
the
dad.
gang.
I won't argue.
It's
He's a
genetic.
dickhead.
It's got running through the family.
Yeah. The Steven Seagal, floppy hand running, bad athletic prowess. Anyone get anything here?
Yeah, the Russian soldiers in general.
Yes.
Yeah, terrible shots.
Yes.
Weren't
They're
great.
they're just awful.
Oh, was there one where they're running down the hill and the guy takes a tumble? Was there a bit where the
No, that was the
helicopter, the plane crash?
that was the plane crash on Motorvale.
No, I thought there was a part where a guy was running and he just tripped over when they were running down the hill.
No, they're all mongs.
I think
If it was a soldier,
Jennifer Grey running, like she does a lot of running. She
does.
She does a lot of running and doesn't look great doing it, but I wouldn't say she's at the level.
Super bad, yeah.
Aliens Robot Century. Do we need any extra scenes in the movie?
It is long enough.
Yeah.
It goes for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it doesn't need to.
No.
I got to say this: I think it lacks some sexual tension within the group.
There's that tiny little bit between Swayze and the Jennifer Grey.
There's also
they're like dripping.
Again, they tested that and they took it out.
But there's also a tiny bit between Sheen and Leah Thompson when he plays the misogynist, and then they come a bit full circle towards the end.
Yeah.
But if you're in a group of kids like that and you're in the bush for 5 months, there's gonna be some sexual tension.
It's gangbang central.
Yeah, there's gonna be, and I just think it probably lacks that. Instead of the Powers Boothe thing, there definitely should have been something, whether it was Jed or Charlie Sheen or someone.
Well, I think they tried to interject it with that, and then that didn't work.
Yeah.
I think the only, I wouldn't say extra scene, they could have edited a bit better, because I think it's, as you said, Chris, it's long enough. But just to understand, because they go up and hide in the mountains, and I'm not sure how long before they go to town, but there just wasn't much about it. And they go to town and they say, oh, there's re-education. It was all sort of
happened very quickly.
Bang. And it was like, was it within the mountains for 3 days? Was it a week? Was it 6 weeks? I don't know. They came back down and went, oh, we'll check out town. They could just walk around and then get back out. So
that was weird.
It just seemed a bit weird that anyone could get in and out. Like at the start, they couldn't get down the road until the chopper helped them out. But by that stage, people could just freely just drive in and out of town, apparently.
Yeah. And also, the chopper turns up and then you never see again.
Yeah.
Like you see, as you said, one chopper, one tank. That's it, the whole movie. Brad Pitt, the Brad Pitt Award for person you'd like to lie down with.
I think
Chris,
we're all on here.
I think it's all Leah Thompson.
Yeah, either of them really.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Jennifer Grey's got a tummy tickler.
Yeah. Morg's look-alike. We've got Harry Dean Morgan.
Yeah, and Morg's look-alike Jennifer Grey.
For sure, absolutely.
Same schnoz.
Pre and post surgery.
I thought that Powers Boothe looked a little bit like you. He has very small teeth.
He does have small teeth.
Slightly balding, small teeth.
Slightly balding, small teeth.
Well done, Powers Boothe. The Powers Boothe Award for the Powers Boothe Award for the girl-like.
So now I'm 1 degree of Kurt forever.
You are. Listen to this, G-Man. Take it away. What do you got?
I've hit a few of mine. I like to drop a few. I like to sprinkle a few out in the episode. So
I'll do that. You're very good at that.
I will tell you, though, that the code name for the military operation that captured Saddam Hussein in December 2003 was called Red Dawn.
Really?
Yep. Wow. So John Milius took that felt a bit honoured and took that as a bit of kudos.
Oh, well done, G-Man.
Yep. We talked about the love scene between Leah Thompson and Powers Boothe. Look, at the end of the movie, Colonel Bella says something to Patrick Swayze, and it's "Vaya con Dios." Just the same as Johnny Utah says in the final words.
He does too.
"Vaya con Dios."
That's definitely a throwback.
Yeah.
Probably said better.
Yeah.
In this movie than it was in Point Break.
Yes.
Keanu's not at the top of his game.
Vaya con Dios.
Bruh. Anything else, G-Man?
No, that's it.
Got anything, Chris?
No.
All right. 5 of the 36 paratroopers at the beginning of the film got blown off course. Oh. 1 got stuck in a tree. Had to convince locals he wasn't really a Russian soldier.
Could have been shot.
Yeah. Shot, especially there in middle America. They're packing. Guns. They're packing.
A lot of guns.
So the film has no CGI or anything, composites, no miniatures. Everything's real. So it's all the explosions. Everything is done with real effect.
There were a couple times with the helicopters. There's one shot in particular where it's a very close up on the helicopter. I thought it could have been a model, but
no, they're all real.
Cool.
We've already talked about acts of violence. And in the trailer, which we actually didn't watch because I forgot to show the trailer this week. So we might throw it in there somewhere. But in the original trailer, on the Laserdisc, there's a scene where a tank rolls up to McDonald's, and there's enemy soldiers eating at McDonald's, and they cut it out of the final thing because there'd been a mass shooting at a McDonald's a few weeks before the film opened.
Wow, rough.
Yeah. Yeah. So During the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, some abandoned Russian tanks in the Ukraine were spray painted with Wolverines across it in homage to the
Love
movie.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. And we've mentioned Dale Dye was the military advisor. He was a legend. Quotables. Anyone got anything?
Avenge me!
Yeah.
Wolverines!
Yeah.
The other thing I had was Powers Boothe and Robert when he's like, "All the heat's going to burn you up." Kid.
Love it.
It keeps you warm.
Yeah, that's the one I
and
had.
that's again, that's just the turn in Robert. Like, you know, he's becoming, war.
Hardened.
What about
hardened.
what about the when they're sitting around the campfire and it's 11:59 on Radio Free America. This is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall, and the chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock American, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there, on or behind the line, this is your song.
Yeah, John has a long mustache. Was in The Longest Yard. I think
Mate,
it was a throwback to that.
but it takes me like I'm a fan of the very old Sherlock Holmes films from the 30s with Basil Rathbone, and there's one there called The Voice of Terror, and it was about what used to happen in sort of World War II was that the Germans would transmit over the Allied radio lines, and they'd be saying, you know, we have taken London, and they'd have all these anti-propaganda stuff where it's like, so it would make them feel that they have to give up. It just took me back to that, where it's like, you know, here's the code. How do they know the codes if they're behind enemy lines? You know what I mean? What does John has a long mustache mean? We'll never know. We've done 1 degree of Kurt Russell. That brings us to the bit where most people forward because Morgs is doing it. But today, Film School for F-Wits is done by me. And I thought we we're going to look at Red Dawn and sort of First Blood for teens and the rise of the 80s action kid and some TV series or for movies and a couple of TV series that, you know, I guess, have taken Red Dawn and gone, okay, well, kids can do what adults do. Right? 85, The Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not fighting the Soviets, but you know,
Pirates.
They're pirates. And what's the gang? What are they called? The can't remember what they're called. The ugly woman and the kids. But you know, I love a movie where the kids are like Red Dawn, where the kids are sort of doing what adults should be doing. So The Goonies.
I mean, Iron Eagle.
Absolutely. That's a good one. But another one, Stand By Me, 86, where the kids go looking for the dead body. Very similar to what we're looking at here, where they're looking for the, you know, same old. Lord of the Flies, obviously, you know, the collapse of society. Kids are left on their own and they go primal. Another one from 91, which is a cracker, Toy Soldiers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Really good. Sean Astin, The Private School, Under Siege, the teens rebel against the terrorists. It's really good. Number 5, mentioned it on the podcast before, Japanese film Battle Royale.
Yep.
Excellent movie.
Yep.
And you'd have nothing like Hunger Games and the million rip-offs that are because of Battle Royale in 2000. And then we'll go to the Hunger Games. Again, you've got these kids that are thrown into battle, fighting for their provinces and you know, doing things that kids shouldn't have to do. Another one.
Game.
Ender's Game is another one as well. Absolutely. One of my favorites. Gao, you've got something?
Breakfast Club.
Under table panty sniffs. Number 7 on the list, a movie which I think doesn't get the plaudits it deserves. 2011's Super 8. Kids uncover a secret alien operation while dodging the US military. Spielberg meets Milius, nostalgic, explosive, incredible performances from the kids, and a really cool film. Really, really good. In fact, it's got, I've mentioned it before, but some of the best acting I've ever seen from a child actor with Elle Fanning on the train, the train stop where the train comes past, and it's just incredible. couldn't do anything to do with kids against the establishment and against the Russians without mentioning Stranger Things.
Yeah, I was just thinking Stranger Things.
Season 5 comes at the end of this year. I just watched season 4 again. You got the Russians, you've got government labs, you've got conspiracies. It's excellent. I love Stranger Things. I think it's a cracker. Number 9, the UK film Attack the Block. South London teens fend off an alien invasion. Really cool. If you've not seen Attack the Block, it's got Finn from the terrible sequels from Star Wars. He's in it. That was his sort of welcome to the world. And then the last one, which I threw in there because it's one of my favorite movies from the 80s. We've done it here on Born to Watch. It's not really a homage to Red Dawn because it's in the same year as Red Dawn, The Last Starfighter.
Yep.
Yeah. Video game playing kid goes up to defend the Armada against the Scourge. It's great, and it's really good fun. And it's got Catherine Mary Stewart looking 50 out of 10 in it.
That was another movie that we saw on that closed circuit.
Oh, yeah.
So we saw that a ton as well. When we were
Last Starfighter is great. I really enjoyed watching that when we did it for Born to Watch. It was good. That's it. That's Film School for F-Wits. There's a few movies which you can thank Red Dawn for coming to fruition. Now, kick-ass credit song. Chris is in for a treat here because I am back on the mic for another song. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's called Fucking Wolverines.
I like it already.
And I don't know why. You might understand why it's called that when the song starts to kick up in intensity. All right, here we go. Got to try and remember how it goes. Just another day in Calumet City. Parachutes fly. It's gonna get gritty. It's a school shooting, machine gun spree. What the fuck is happening? It's World War III. The kids get away while the others get slaughtered. Swayze's got no mullet, and he should root some granddaughters. Off to the hills where they cannot be seen. Gonna start a recount action. It's the fucking Wolverines. Fucking Wolverines will stop World War III. Fucking Wolverines will tackle graffiti. Fucking Wolverines will kill all we see. Fucking Wolverines in radiators we pee. It's the end for the Eckerts in a bullet spree for all an eternity. The fucking Wolverines.
Yeah, very nice.
nicely done.
I love how you got the
nice.
radiator piss in there.
Got to get it in there. There we go. Fucking Wolverines.
Nice work. Good song.
Well done.
Yeah, short and sharp. That's how we try to do it here. Let's hope I bring up the right run sheet again. How was that, Chris? Your first live kick-ass credit?
Pretty good.
They're very powerful, aren't they?
Well, it was short, to the point,
yes,
and very exposition-y.
Like my penis.
We have to give it a rating.
Okay.
Rate the song?
Got to rate the song?
No, well, you said how was your first one? I thought you
No. Your first kick-ass credit song.
Right.
No, I've only forgotten the trailer, which we would have tacked in. So anyway, star of the show, Gal. We'll start with you, mate. Who you got?
Oh, I liked all the actors in this. I thought C. Thomas Howell was really good. I thought Patrick Swayze was really good. I think I'm going to give it to John Milius. I think he pulls together a good story. This is if you look back at it now, it's different to when it was out at the time. I really enjoyed it. I think it was well done. It was a good action movie. Just a nice one you can turn around and watch. I liked it. So John Milius for me.
Our guest, Chris, who you got?
C. Thomas Howell for me.
Yep.
He's a character I resonated with as a kid. And again, I think his arc is the most developed. I think he undergoes the most change, and the movie wouldn't hit like it hits without him.
Perfect. Nice. I've gone with the brothers, the Eckerts, Swayze and Charlie Sheen. I think Charlie Sheen is a surprise. He looks like he's been doing it forever. I think it's a testament that we've all picked someone different, that this movie is actually pretty good. It's way better than it should be, as we've mentioned all the way through. The Rank Bank. This was hard. I found it very difficult to come up with stuff, but I've got Spirits of the Deer.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Wolverines.
It's going to be hard to beat that.
Free Americas. And I've got Creepy Fighter Pilots.
Oh, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like creepy fighter pilots?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's go with creepy fighter pilots. I'm just going to try and bring this up now.
It's not in the spreadsheet.
I know it isn't yet.
It's tough to work under these conditions.
Tell me about it. Rankings. Here we go. Rogue One. I've got to just. We're going to move it.
I like to move it.
I like to
Move it.
move it. Red Dawn.
Ray Dawn.
So you're seeing how the sausage is made here, mate.
I'm a chef. I know how the sausage is made.
Creepy fighter pilots. There we go. What? Hang on. Bear with me.
Is Radon Chong Tommy Chong's daughter?
Yes, it is.
No shit.
Yep. So
Yeah.
he had Tommy Chong as his father-in-law.
Huh. She's sort of like, I mean, I guess he's sort of Asian looking, and she's like sort of Asian looking. But she's sort of black looking. I guess that's what happens when a black person and an Asian person has a baby.
Okay, it's down the bottom now, Gal. We're going to start with our guest. What are you going to give Red Dawn? How many creepy fighter pilots are you giving Red Dawn?
Well, tough. Again, I think you said surprising. I've said surprising. Gao said surprising. This movie surprised me on the rewatch. I thought it was going to be schlockier than it was. I thought it was going to be more saccharine. I thought it was just going to be worse. To be honest, I thought it was going to be worse. And I think giving it 3.5 creepy fighter pilots is appropriate. And that was certainly more than I thought I was going to give it when you guys gave me the opportunity to come on the show.
Absolutely. I think 3.5 is a good score. And you know what? I don't think you're far off the mark.
No, right on the mark for me. Look, I thought the same. You can get past some of the, the fighting scenes and the death scenes, which are, like when he's on the tank and he gets shot and all of that. That's some old school stuff for us. But I was exactly the same. I thought it was. I'll watch that again. There'll be a time it comes on. I'll be watching it again. So 3.5 creepy fighter pilots for me as well.
Wow, look at us go! How good are we? Look, I hadn't seen it for 20 years, and I got to say, I hate it when we are in agreement. Because
it's not very good for the show.
It's, we're the agree guys here. It is not very good for the show. And I am struggling to think that this isn't a 7 out of 10 movie.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go Gao the agree guy, and I'm giving this 3.5 creepy fighter pilots.
Yeah,
now,
nice.
Gao, just give me a second. I'm just going to fix this. I don't know why this isn't working.
Well, I think I can make the average out on that.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm pretty good.
Okay.
Do
that. I'll fix it at the.
Yeah,
I'll fix
I'll
it.
just,
I'll fix it after the end.
Who gave No Country for No Old Men 4.25?
Damo. Fuck. Yeah. Yep. He sucks, mate.
What the hell?
Yep. Damo. Damo sucks big dicks.
Okay.
So, G-Man, where does that put Red Dawn?
So very interestingly, it brings us in obviously at 3.5. Who'd have thought?
Did you work that out all by yourself?
Yeah, no, I put that into the computer. But very interestingly, it comes in at 3.5, equal with quite a few. And I'm going to start you on this with 3.5 Huckleberries.
Oh, Tombstone.
Yeah.
That only got 3.5?
It was very early.
What
Was
the
early.
hell?
It was very early.
You savages.
Yeah. It
And
was
actually
like
got-
episode
it got
5
3,
or 6.
3.5s, yeah.
Oh my God.
It should deserve more.
Yeah.
To be fair, but
Wow.
we don't go back. 3.5 fridge bombs.
That's the raid.
Yep.
Oh.
3.5 stage 5 clingers.
Yeah.
Stage 5. What's that one, G-Man?
Wedding crashes.
Oh, of course it is.
Fuck,
Fuck.
stage 5 clinger. Extremely clean bathrooms.
Oh, that's Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yep. Pop quizzes.
That's Speed.
Pig face lickouts.
That's Karate Kid.
Zeus's buttholes. Zeus's butthole.
What's that?
Come on. Think about it, character actor.
Zeus's
What
butthole.
in the name of Zeus's butthole?
I don't know.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
The Rock.
it's The
Oh,
Rock.
it's The Rock. Right.
And Itchy Dicks.
Oh, that's Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Coccicidal Maniacs.
Oh, we just did that. That's Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. So it brings us in there. So that is equal 105. Now, right below 3.58 piston contracts.
Yeah, that's
for Major League. And just above 3.42 butter churning mice, mutt cuts. Oh, yeah.
Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can, Dumb and Dumber, Rambo First Blood Part 2. Yeah. Which was what we did last week.
Yeah, was what we did last week. I really enjoyed Rambo First Blood Part 2. It was
So, yeah,
a
down
good,
in the
dumb, fun movie.
down at the top of the bottom third, but that's where it sits. Good, rewatchable, easy
Mate,
movie.
I tell you what, there's no better place to be down at the top of the bottom third.
Yep.
I'll give you the tip. I usually
always-
like to say I'd prefer to be at the top of the back half, but
Yeah, I was going to say it's about where the back half starts.
yeah, it's about where
yeah.
the back half starts. The good stuff begins. Chris, give us some feedback. You've been in and on and involved now. How'd you find it?
Well, it's a very slick operation.
Right.
Very, very dialed. Very rigid, very structured. Not very loose at all.
Yes.
No, it's been great. This has been a fantastic opportunity. Thank you so much for
Well,
having me.
It's
Very
been
grateful.
It's been an absolute pleasure. If we ever get down to Hobart,
Unlikely.
which there's very little chance,
Yeah.
but if we ever do, we'll definitely do one.
Yeah.
Live from the prison island.
We will.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks for being on, mate. It's been great.
I appreciate it. Thanks very much.
It's good to get who could be a long lost relative of Gow's or may have slept with a unknown daughter of Gow's. Who knows?
So that's possible. Yeah.
But it's good to have you on, Chris, and let's hope it's not the last time.
My teeth are much larger than his.
Well, that sort of gives it away.
Mate, that's, you're in the 95 percentile.
Yeah.
But it's always a pleasure having people who have listened to the podcast come on and share what happens behind the scenes and be involved. We love that. Now, that's not to say that any of you other fuckwits out there are going to get an opportunity. Some may, most won't. But keep listening. Share to your friends. It's been absolutely fun revisiting Red Dawn. A big surprise. A real big surprise. And I gotta say, I'll watch it again as well. Can't wait. Now, Gow, you're pissing off and you won't be with us for the next episode, which leaves us in a little bit of a lull. And we're not going to announce it. We'll check out our socials. If you are not following Born to Watch on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, get on there and follow us on those. You should see Gow dance. It's quite amazing. He does a couple of TikTok dances a week. It's something to really join our TikTok just to keep up to date
It's
with.
very Electric Boogaloo too.
It is. Turbo.
Bit of turbo.
Bit of turbo.
Bit of ozone.
Bit of
I'll
ozone.
throw a bit of ozone
Yeah,
in there.
dancing with the broom
Yeah.
and the mop. Yeah, you're very good.
That
It's
was 1984 as well, wasn't it?
Yep.
yeah, it was.
Electric Boogaloo 2 was 1984.
Yeah, it's very good.
Boogaloo Shrimp.
It's been fun. Stay tuned. We will let you know ASAP on the socials what we're doing next week. I'm sure it won't be a surprise. It'll be something in the 90s or in the 80s. So maybe just do your homework on those 2 decades, and you should be pretty close to the mark. Thank you, Chris, again. It's been a pleasure. G-Man, well done. And
Thanks
we
for
shall
having me.
see you next time on The Line. Bye for now.
Avenge me!
Wolverines!
Avenge me.